Last year, Jane Roper was on Connecticut Style talking about her book, Double Time, a memoir about how she survived and mostly thrived through the first 3 years of mothering twins. But just 7 weeks after the book was published, she received life-altering news about one of her daughters. Jane is here today to share her story. Welcome back to the show, Jane.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
First, let's talk about the book.
Okay.
Give us the overview, if you will.
Sure. Double Time is about my first 3 years as a mother of twins. The good, the bad, the ugly, also the funny, I hope.
Sure.
And it also chronicles my experiences with depression during that time.
And why did you write it? Just to get the message out to other women?
Yeah. You know, when I was pregnant with twins, I was looking for a memoir for someone's first-person story, and I really didn't find that. So when my girls were a little older, I thought, well, I'm going to write that book.
And that you were a first-time mother
Yes,
at this point?
yes, I was.
With your hands full?
Oh, yeah.
How old are your daughters now?
They're 6.5.
Oh. So 7 weeks after the book was published, tell us what happened.
One of my daughters, Cleo, was diagnosed with leukemia.
And what was going through your head at that time?
Oh gosh, so much. It was really frightening, of course. It was the culmination of a couple months of sort of strange symptoms we couldn't quite pinpoint. It was very surreal, though, to have this book newly out in the world. I felt like we were a completely different family suddenly from the family we were.
Let's take a look at some pictures, and you can tell us what we're looking at.
Sure.
Oh, what a happy family.
Yeah, this was our family basically a year ago at my daughter's preschool graduation. Cleo's on the right, and Elsa, our other daughter's, on the left. Okay. And my handsome husband.
Yes.
And that is
Cleo?
Yes, that is Cleo, also about a year ago. Yep. And this is
She's
Cleo
going
now.
through treatments. How is she feeling?
You know, she feels pretty good most of the time, but when she's experienced a round of chemo, she gets sort of a pulse of chemo every few weeks, then she feels under the weather.
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah, it's tough.
Jane, what's it like having one healthy twin and one that's not so healthy?
It's very strange and difficult. You know, their lives, because they're young, have really been lived in parallel as twins, and now their experiences are so completely different, and it's really tricky. Sometimes I think it's harder on Elsa, our Will daughter, than it is on Cleo.
Do they understand what's going on?
They do. I don't think they quite understand how serious it is, which I think is in some ways a blessing.
Sure. Now, is there anything that you could apply to this situation that you learned in your early years with the twins?
Sure, yeah. Managing chaos and uncertainty for one thing. But, you know, one thing with having twins is you really want to try to carve out individual time with each of them. And it's that much harder when one of them needs so much more attention because of, you know, this medical condition. But we've gotten good at figuring out ways to do that. It's a constant challenge, but I think having twins prepared us well for that.
Now, I know you have janeroper.com. You blog on the website. Have your blogs changed?
Yes. Yeah. You know, I really used to blog about the everyday of parenting. Now I'm writing a lot about our experience as a cancer family.
And what advice do you have for parents that might be going through this?
You know, I would say to really draw on your friends and family for support because it makes a big difference to know that other people are pulling for you out there.
All right, and I know that you have an upcoming book signing. We could get your book. Where are you going to be?
Yep, I'm going to be at R.J. Julia Booksellers on next week, June 24th. Actually, I guess it's 2 weeks at 7 p.m. reading and signing.
All right. Yep. And your daughter's going to be okay.
Everything. You know, all the odds are in her favor.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Thank
Very
you.
good. All
Thanks.
right. Again, let's put the information up on the screen. You're going to be over at R.J. Julia's June 24th at 7 o'clock. Jane, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Coming up next, we'll learn all about Bumblebee, super fresh new line of seafood products and style returns. We'll be right back.